Guess what we're painting today? My workbench in my garage. I've done more work in this garage in 2 months than I've done in 4 years. But that color scheme, you see that gray wall back there? That's kind of boring. So I'm gonna paint that turquoise. I'm gonna paint the workbench ash gray, and it's gonna look beautiful. Stick with me because I'm gonna show you how to paint your workbench. Let's do it. So before we can get started with this project, we have to take all this stuff out and put it somewhere else. We gotta shuffle the junk. So we've cleared everything off the workbench, we took all the tools down, and now we are ready to clean. This is actually the most important step, guys, because whenever you're painting furniture, painting a workbench, you have to get it clean, especially workbenches, because, you know, there's oil and dust and just all kinds of stuff from your projects. So I'm just gonna use a degreaser, and I'm just gonna clean everything away really good, let it dry, and then we're ready to paint. All right, so now that everything is wiped down, we are ready to paint. Let's get started. All right, so we are ready to paint. We're gonna use Beyond Paint. You can find them at beyondpaint.com. This paint doesn't require us to sand or prime, so all we have to do is literally pour the paint into the container, and we're just gonna use a roller to put it on. We're gonna do 2 coats, but after the first coat, before the second coat goes on, we're gonna put some paint flecks. So those are going to allow us to get a little bit of visual interest on the workbench. You've seen me use this paint with other projects, and the reason why I like it so much is because you don't have to sand, you don't have to prime, and it virtually sticks to anything. As long as you're cleaning it well before you get started, you can paint wood, plastic, glass, masonry, pretty much anything, as long as it's well cleaned, and you can just use a roller. Traditionally, the ash paint with the flecks is used for countertops, but you can also use it for your workbench, like what I'm doing today. So we got 1 coat on the workbench. We're gonna let that dry, and in the meantime, we're just gonna take some regular latex wall paint that you can get from any home improvement store, and we're gonna do the back little accent wall in a pretty turquoise. And then, once that's done, we'll come and do our second coat here and add the decorative flecks. So for now, let's paint the walls. All right, so I've added 1 coat of paint to the back wall for our little accent turquoise wall, and guys, I absolutely love it. This is my favorite turquoise color. So now we're just ready to do another coat of Beyond Paint, and we'll just do small sections. Each section where we do another coat, we're gonna put on some flecks. Flecks. All right, let's try it. They look like chili pepper flecks. Try to evenly space these out. I think that looks good. And with this second coat, you'll notice that it's a lot more full body coverage. So don't worry if the first coat is a little spotty. So we've done 2 coats, we've put the flecks on. Now we have to wait 2 to 4 hours until it dries, and then we'll come back with some 400 grit sandpaper, smooth it out, and then add some sealer, and then we're done. Any of the loose flecks that are still sticking up, we'll just sand them away. So now we're ready to put on a coat of sealer. We can actually use this indoor and outdoor. I'm gonna pour a little bit here in this tray. It's gonna be milky. We're not gonna put too much on, because if we put too much on, it could actually dry milky. But if we put the appropriate amount, it should dry nice and silky clear. So that's it, guys. This makeover is done. We have painted this workbench ash gray. We used Beyond Paint. 2 coats, that's it. And we added some flecks. And don't forget the accent color in the back. So what do you think? So finally, my workshop is coming together and I love it. So if you love this project, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, and you can always find me at thriftdiving.com. I'm Serena Apia, and I will see you next project.